These are Iraqi army units backed by Popular Mobilization Forces or Shia militias advancing to the city of Tal Afar. They say since Sunday morning they've taken back nearly a dozen locations and moved closer to the southern entrance of the city. They face resistance from less than 2,000 remaining ISIL fighters as they cross the first defensive line. At least 5 suicide car bombs sent by ISIL have also been destroyed.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, the units started moving towards their objectives. The enemy collapsed. They had some small units and some suicide vehicles, in addition to artificial obstacles and roadside bombs, which they assumed would stop our forces.
The ground offensive began in the early hours after Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi announced that ISIL fighters have 2 choices: to surrender or die. Unlike the battle for Mosul, where militias were banned from entering the city because of fears of reprisals on the local Sunni population, in Tal Afar the militias are officially taking part. The Iraqi Army's infantry and armoured divisions, federal police, counter-terrorism forces and air force are also taking part in the operation. Tal Afar was taken by ISIL in 2014, and since then there has been no official count of how many of its 200,000 residents still remain. Tens of thousands of people have fled and close to 50,000 are still believed to be in the city and its surrounding areas. The UN says tens of thousands of people are at extreme risk as they face harsh journeys to safety after months of living in hunger.
There are a huge number of civilians fleeing from Tal Afar. We are transporting them using vehicles from the front lines to the allocated places for displaced people. There they will receive water and food by our forces and the available NGOs. Also in this place they will get medical treatment. They will then be transported to a checking centre in West Mosul to check their information and IDs.
There's mistrust on all sides as more people leave their homes. Many people fleeing Tal Afar want to move to eastern Mosul and Kurdish control areas. And Iraqi forces and militias view most coming out of Tal Afar as ISIL sympathizers, resulting in strict screening. That's causing a backlog of thousands of refugees stuck inside temporary shelters. Tal Afar comprises Turkmen, Arabs and Kurds, both Sunnis and Shias. The challenge for advancing forces would be to protect life and property, unlike previous battles with ISIL, where neighborhoods were decimated and entire cities were turned to rubble. Oussama bin Javid, Al Jazeera, Northern Iraq.